Okay, you guys, how are you? I'm back. Today we're coloring an Inky and Ivy, the butterfly. I have my dog in the room because he won't go outside of the room. And if you hear him, I'm sorry. If he gets too bad, I'll just let him out and shut the door and hope for the best, right? And we also have a fly bugging us. So I am bound and determined to get this live in. So let me let him out again and see if I can get him to stay out of the room so we can get this live in. I'm sorry, you guys. Hang on. Come on. You gotta move so I can open the door. Okay, I knew it. Now he's scratching the door to come back in. You don't know what he wants today. But that's okay. He's just gonna stay out there. We're not doing this in and out thing. So anyways, yep, we're gonna see if we can make something out of this bird. I wasn't planning on going live. I was just gonna sit in here and color, but you know, if you're gonna color and you've got a channel, you might as well just go live and share it with everybody, right? Right. So I'm not sure how I want to do the bird. So I'm just kind of winging it and seeing what happens. Because, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what I want it to look like yet. So we're just gonna see what happens. So it's like 87 degrees out here today. Are y'all getting ready for the 4th? We're having a barbecue. We're hosting a barbecue tomorrow. And, yeah. So that ought to be interesting. And then in about a week and a half, I have a pool party to go to. And then my out-of-town company should be here. So it's a full month. I got a stupid fly in here. And I don't have my fly swatter, so. And I'm not using a book. So we're going to put up with the stupid fly. We were going to have the barbecue at my son's house tomorrow, but we have our dog, and it's just going to be way too hot and probably way too noisy with the fireworks. And I don't want him to be by himself with it being the first time he hears fireworks, because some dogs just don't like that noise. And this is his first 4th of July, so. And I'm not going to have him outside in that heat because that's just too much. So we decided to host it here. And that's fine. I don't like to take him places because to me that's just, if you go someplace, I don't know, I think it's kind of rude to say, hey, you invited me, but I'm bringing my dog. I just kind of think that's a little rude, so I am not doing that. Not to mention, he has 2 of his own, which are completely grown and will not be real friendly to my pup. Even though my pup looks like a full-grown dog, he's a male, he hasn't been fixed, and my son has a female and a male. And if you know anything about dogs, taking a strange male to another male's house is not always a good thing. It's like a dominance thing. They think they own the world or something. So it's just easier for us to do it this way. If I could keep mine in the house by himself, then I just turn on the air and go. But yeah, I don't think he's there yet. At least I don't want to find out if he is, not just yet. And not for that long a time. So this bird looked like he had some age to him, he had little bifocal glasses on, and so I figured, I don't know, I just seen blue. I haven't seen anything else, but I seen blue. So for the main color, we're going to do blue. And we'll see what the other one brings. Oh, I was going to show you, I finished the mandala that I was doing. I'll show you guys that. Let's see, where'd it go? I started a new one, but I wasn't on stream for that. But that's how this one turned out. And that was the 3 colors of the pencil and the 3 colors of the pen. So yeah, that turned out really pretty, I think. And then I started this one. So that's how that went. And then we still got to do our nice little town. We got to finish that up this week. Before Sunday, anyways. And again, I think we're only going to get one out of all 4 books done. But, you know, it's one we didn't have, right? And we can always come back to them, but I just want to get some coloring done in some books that I haven't colored in. And this is a good way to do it. Get white. And we're going to go over it a little bit. Just because I want that white spot to just kind of pop out. And the white helps that. Put a little bit up here. Okay. Let's see. A little dark blue on the edge. Right there. Line the feather a little bit. I didn't have a whole lot to say, but I didn't think you guys would really mind because, you know, we kind of just doing it over here anyways, so. We never have any plans on how to do anything, so we will just play it by ear. That's how I do a lot of my stuff. I just play it by ear. Try not to make too many plans. Well, I shouldn't say that. If I'm going to do something or have a party or something like that, yeah, then I have to plan like a lot. But my everyday life, nah. I never know when I'm like going into town or what day I'm gonna do my shopping. Or just we could be sitting here going, "Hey, you want to go do this?" Sure. And we never plan on what time we're coming home. The grand I don't know. It's the good part about not having any little kids or, you know, working, because then you don't have to keep track of time all the time. The only thing I do ask is if you're coming over to the house, which I don't care, you can come anytime you want, just give us a heads up first, because, you know, like I said, we're the only ones here, so you just never know. And I'd hate for you to walk in on You know, me getting out of the shower, you, or him getting out of the shower, or, other things. We are adults. So, yep, I asked that of everybody, including my kids. If you're coming over, I don't care if you're 5 minutes away from the house, just give us a heads up. Other than that, we're good. I'm going to bring that blue down a little bit more. I don't like the way that looks. Okay, so this dark blue right here kind of doesn't really blend in very well, so we're just going to bring it down just a little bit. And then bring in the light blue a little bit more. There we go. Now I like that blend. You can't see the harsh line. Same thing here. I don't like the harsh line. So we're going to just blend that out just a little bit. Alright, so we got rid of that harsh line. Now let's get rid of this one. When you got lines that you don't like, just go over it very lightly and bring it down some. Bring the color down. And make sure you do it in circles. And then take the next color and bring it down with that also. And then you don't see the harsh lines. Now that I like. So then we're going to take the white and we're just going to go over it all. And the white will also blend them all together. That looks good. I've had a problem with my elbow lately. There we go. All right, what color do we want to do next? don't really want to do a green in him because we've got all the green leaves here and I don't want him blending in. I want him popping out. So I'm thinking okay, so let's do let me try to work this out for a second. And then we want to do brown. Okay, I'm trying to mix colors of what color I think I would like in here. And I've got pencils kind of just hanging out. And some of them are small, so I've kind of got to make sure. Let's put these away. These don't need to be in here. So I'm thinking I want a kind of like what is that? Okay, a fall type colored leaf. So watch your ears. I'm going to sharpen these pencils real quick. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use. I'll just put a point on all of them. And for some reason, they're sharpening crooked today. Maybe the way I'm holding my pencils. Okay, last one. Okay, so I know that that's the color I want. So now I got to figure out which one of these is going to make that color. So I'm pretty sure we want that one. And then okay, possibly that one. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, and then we want this all over. Okay, I like that. That's nothing like on the picture. So we don't need these because I like this combo. So now we just gotta figure out how we want it on the page. So we're just gonna put the lightest color down, kind of like a first layer. And we're going to go to the darkest color because I usually go dark to light. Very seldom will you see me do light to dark. So then we're going to go dark. And I'm going to do it light because I'm not sure how much of the dark I want and where I want it. So I know I want it to go up the stem. And then along here. And I'm going to put a little bit on each of these. Again, you guys, I am winging it. I don't usually do fall leaves, so I'm kind of not sure how I want it to look. But you know, if we don't like it and we can't fix it, there's always marker. But I don't foresee that happening, so. Okay, like I said, light layer. Okay, and then we're going to go on to our next darkest color. And we're just going to go over that just a little bit. Very lightly. Okay, I'm not going to bring that up too far like I will on the stem. But I don't think, I don't know. Shall I do the other ones? Let's bring it up just a little bit more. Bring it along the side too. Just a bit. Because it is going to play a part in the whole color of the leaf. So I am going to bring it up. And then we'll go to medium. We're going to bring that in with all the color that we put on here. I'm going to bring it out a little. Okay, and we'll bring in our last color. And we're going to go kind of over everything. Okay, so far so good. I want a little brighter of a yellow. I know that's a really small one, so I gotta kind of dig in here because I know I had it out. I just gotta find it. Yep, there it is. Yep, I want a little brighter yellow. Blend that. out some. Okay, so we're going to need a couple coats or layers. I think I was painting or something to get it to where I want it. So we're going to go back in with the brown. Deepen it up a little. And bring it out a little more. And we're going to do the same thing up here. Okay, and then the darkest, or the next darkest color. I'm going to bring that up some. I don't want a lot of it because I don't want it to take over. You want a bit. Okay. Bring that in a little more. And then we're going to blend it all together with the lightest color. I always start at the darker color. He's barking at the guy across the road to cut in the lawn. And that way it'll bring the other colors out more. If you start in and work your way out. All right, I think we achieved our goal. I think it looks awesome. And I'm using my white kind of like a blender. All right, let's see what you think. I think we did a pretty good job. All right, quit messing with it before I mess it up. Right. Okay, so we did that one. Let's do a couple of these over here. Let's see, we'll do this one. And then we'll do, let's do, this one. Okay. And maybe we'll do this hair by his eye. Okay, we'll start with those. Let's get those done first. And then we'll move on. Not every leaf is going to be the same, so again, I'm just kind of putting it where I think it's going to work, and that's about all you can do when you're coloring. And just always do it lightly, and that way if you don't like something, you can either cover it up, erase it, or find a different way to work it. I'm going to put a little bit of that color right there. And then we're going to come in with this one. And the latest one, we're going to go over everything. And again, because it's so light, we'll know, okay, that works, this needs a little bit more of this. Oh. Okay, so I don't really like the way that turned out, so we're going to have to fix that. So we're going to darken up the dark a little bit. Okay, and we're going to bring in this color. Okay, and now the lightest. Okay, so not bad, not great. Hi, Miss Taylor. How are you? Happy 4th of July to you, too. So we're trying to make fall leaves. Well, the color of fall leaves. And I'm just kind of winging it because I don't normally do fall leaves. So it is kind of what it is. I'm hoping by the time I'm done, we have what we're looking for. And I'm sure we will, but it's just going to take a minute. Again, we're not looking for Rembrandt. We're just looking for it to make us happy, right? Absolutely. So what are you doing for this 4th of July? Anything fun? I am hosting a barbecue tomorrow. It was supposed to be elsewhere, but you know, I kind of baby my dog a bit. Yeah. It's gonna be super hot out tomorrow, and my dog's all black. I'm not leaving him in 87-degree weather. Outside, it's not right. So if I host it, he can sit in the air conditioner all day. All right, so far I'm liking it a bit. I'm liking it just a little bit. I'm gonna fix this one right here though. That one I'm having issues with, so I think what I'm gonna do is, what I mean by fixing things is I don't like that little spot of yellow right there, so, and I think we're gonna dull this up a little too. All right. Oh, this one. That's one thing everybody's got to remember. It's not what everybody thinks. Oh, that looks great like that. Oh, that looks good like that. No, it's what you think. You're the one doing it. It's your picture. It's what you think. I mean, it's always nice to hear compliments. I'll give you that. But, everybody is different. So, what you like, not everybody else will. Oh, I bet, honey, I bet. It's 87 here where I'm at. And yeah, it started getting warm. Oh, geez, way before we got out of bed this morning because it the heat actually woke me up. Because we didn't have on our air the day before because it was only like high 60s. The day before that, it barely made it into the 60s. So, the house was fine when we went to bed. And then I woke up just so warm. Oh, it was terrible. And then, you can't go back to sleep and you feel kind of ick because, you got too warm. Like, I hate when that happens. So it's like, okay, close the windows, turn on the air, and try to get some of this out of here. Oh, my shoulder lately is terrible. Okay. I'm going to do it a little differently up here. It's his little hair by his eye. I'm going to leave out the real dark color. And I'm going to do the next darkest color. My husband's like, why don't you go outside and color? Like, what do you want, my pencils to melt? Like, no, I'm good. It's like 87 degrees out there. I'm not going out there to color. Not to mention it's windy. My pencils would melt. My book would be flying all over the place. Yeah, I'm good. He's a guy. He don't understand the coloring thing. And I don't think he realizes how anal his wife is about her coloring stuff. I mean, he realizes somewhat. Because he'll tell people, don't be messing with Kim's stuff. Yep, that's just not going to work. I think I forgot a piece of the fur up here. A little shadow from the glasses. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so we know we want those like that. How do I want to do the rest of them? Since I'm not sure, we'll move on to the hair on his head, and then we'll do some leaves until I figure out how I want to do that. Okay, we're going to make these a little different too. See, since I don't plan how I want to color things, sometimes I run into this problem of not knowing where I want to go from here. And that's okay, because we will eventually figure it out. And while we are figuring it out, we just move on to something else while we're thinking about it. I think we're going to do just a basic, right? Just a basic meal tomorrow. It's the 4th of July. It's, God bless America, right? So what's better than American food? Nothing. We're going to have some hamburgers, some brats. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have tomorrow. Some potato salad. I want to make potato salad, noodle salad, and deviled eggs. And I think that's going to be about it. Hamburger brats, potato salad, macaroni salad, deviled eggs. And of course, you got pickles and all that stuff. But yeah, I think that's going to be the menu for tomorrow. And then I was telling them earlier that I have a pool party to go to in about a week and a half or so. And then my out of town company will be here. So yeah, it's pretty much a full month, that's for sure. I still got to do my monthly shopping. And then, yeah. It's going to be a long one. That's all right. Because we only have these months every so often. And it's not bad for you to get up and out of the house. Get those bones moving and those blood vessels going. Yes, I know, I'm making noise with the pencils again. I can't find the pencil I want. Okay. See how tiny it is? And I'm not breaking out another one until I can't stick that in the sharpener anymore. Once I can't stick it in the sharpener anymore, then it goes to the oh, there it is. Okay, watch your ears because that needs sharpened a little bit. Oh, it's right at the edge, you guys. That's it. It won't get another sharpen, so it'll go off to the jar. And then we'll break out another one. It has done its duty. And that way, if I ever need another one, it's in the jar and I can still hand sharpen it with my hand sharpener. But that's kind of, I don't use that much anymore. And it's tucked away, so we just throw them in a jar when they get to where they don't work in my other sharpener. If I ever run out of that color, I'll just go digging and hand sharpen it. But for those of you that know me, that's probably not going to happen. Unless I'm sick or something. Yeah, I don't like people's paws all over my stuff. I don't go in their house touching things. That was always one pet peeve of mine I had. You know, when you go to somebody's house, and you take your kids and stuff, you just don't want, you got things. I never baby proofed my house. My kids grew up knowing that those were mama's purdies, and that's what we called them, purdies. Because, that's why kids want to touch them. Let's face it, it's pretty. It's they want to know what it is. So you don't touch mama's purdies. And they never did. So when I took them to other people's houses, like my mom's or my brother-in-law's, those were grandma's purdies. They didn't touch those, So I never had to worry about my kids touching other people's things that, you don't want people touching. I don't understand why people always, like my mother-in-law, she used to babysit a lot. And that was how she earned her income. She did a daycare type babysitting thing. But she always baby proofed the house. It was like, no, you teach them why they're at your house that, those are pretties and they don't touch them. No, she always baby proofed the house. It's like, so you don't teach them anything and they don't know. I had a grandmother. Yeah, I know we all had grandmother. But on, this is going to sound so bad. Okay, so let's just say it the proper way, and I'll just swallow my tongue and move on. So, on my father's side of the family, his mother, she was fussy about everything. And they had a great big huge house. So us kids, when the adults were talking and visiting and stuff, we'd get bored. But we always knew, and that went for all of us, the boys and me, because I was the only girl, that you didn't touch anything. So my mom was never worried about us, going through the house or whatever, but she had a formal living room. Yeah, okay. She had a formal living room, and us kids would go in it while they were talking. And she would notice that we were in there. All we were doing was sitting on the furniture. We wasn't touching anything. We were just sitting down talking, and she would make my mom get up and come and look to make sure that we wasn't touching anything. It used to drive my mom batty. She'd say, "Will you guys just get out of here? Go play in the backyard or something." So we used to do it on purpose because, she just was so uptight about everything. We'd say, "But Mom, we're not touching." She'd say, "I know. But your grandmother doesn't want you in here." I was like, "Really? What is there to, come on now." All right, guys. Well, you guys heard the knock on the door, so I have to go. It's been an hour and 3 minutes, so that's how far we've gotten. I don't know if I'll be back. I don't want to promise anything, but I see myself coming back to color this some more because I was enjoying it. So I will probably be back in about an hour or hour and a half or so. All right. Talk to you later. No, it'll probably be less than that. It'll probably be an hour. Okay. Bye, guys.